Hello everyone, my name is Nicoe, and this is Kentucky Route Zero. Act 4, Scene 6, A Grove. I am in love with this art style. Yes, I am. And looks like I found mushrooms. Okie dokie. She lit a second cigarette with the embers of the first one. She trembled, sweating a little under a heavy coat. It was warmer near the doors, but she was following directions. No smoking within 25 feet of the hospital entrance. Or, Kate gently rolls a fallen branch and plucks something white from the underside. She holds it up to Ezra to examine. How very odd. Do they both update? No, I pick which one goes. This is very strange. Well, mushroom picking's not that interesting. So she stood by a hot dog cart parked at the edge of the sidewalk. Okay. Pleurocypella porrigens. The common name is angel wings. Isn't that pleasant? They have a delicate, springy texture, and they're tasty, like sweet moss. Would you like a bite? Sweet moss doesn't sound very tasty to me. You know, I would never trust picked mushrooms. Personally, I like to be able to tell where my food came from by flavor alone. I like to taste my surroundings. I mean, it keeps me connected to the whole thing. So does that mean you like the taste of soggy moth wings? My mushroom hunting mentor told me it's useless to pretend to know mushrooms. They escape your erudition. The more you know them, the less sure you feel about identifying them. Very true. She taps the cover of the small red book she's carrying. That's why I always bring my favorite guidebook. Kate points to a small mushroom growing in the dirt. Oh, here's an important one to recognize, though. Look, see the sort of greenish pallor of the cap? Amanita phalloides. Amanita means mushroom. Phalloides means, never mind. Can you eat it? Smells like honey. Yeah, sort of nauseating though, right? Sickly sweet. Death cap, that's a common name. It's killed a lot of people, this little mushroom, including a few Roman emperors. It's a revolutionary. Ha! Even the Buddha died from eating a mushroom when he was very old. That's just what they do. Clear away old things, make room for new things. Nothing more I can do over here, huh? Pretty important, right? I've always thought they deserved a little more respect. Would you like to help me look for a few more? That's sort of shopping list. Great, just grab any mushrooms that catch your eye and throw them in this bag. Let me know when you're done and we'll see what you got. Have fun, that's the second rule of mushroom hunting. The first rule is ask Kate before eating anything, okay? Ezra investigates a rotting stump. Ezra pokes around the base of a cypress tree. Ezra checks out a plastic bag washed up on the island. Kate kneels in the grass. Kate digs the bare patch of dirt. Kate examines some tree roots. This is very confusing, but cool. Let's pop back over here. Ooh, let's get some truffles. She spots a couple of intriguing growths along the roots of a tree. The speckled white ball and a cluster of softly glowing amber caps. Glowing, The hot dog vendor tried to strike a conversation with some immediately too personal questions. She decided to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he considered it part of the job, she thought, to offer his customers some kind of counsel. Maybe it was to salivate his guilty conscience for selling junk food outside of a hospital. Examines a speckled white ball. That sounds less deadly than glowing amber caps. About the size of an egg, the mushroom has no visible stem. It seems to be attached to the tree root by sticky black substance leaking from a ring of tiny pores. Yeah, let's pop that in the bag. I have no idea if that'll kill us or not. So let's investigate a rotting stump. Stump is ringed with overlapping shelves of mushroom striped brown, blue, gray, white. A caterpillar crawls along one of them. He didn't like to play in the house. It was always too cold. It seemed to store up the cold at night and then slowly discharge it into his bones during the day when the sun bounced feebly off the windows. But he liked to play in the woods behind the house. He didn't have any friends nearby. None of their new neighbors seemed to have children his age, so he played alone in the woods. Except for the deer. Well, let's bounce back and forth, I guess. She parts the grass with her garden knife, studiously combing the ground. Had she ever tried any alternative medicines? Acupuncture, homeopathy, Ayurveda? Magical thinking? I hope you hadn't tried any of those. She said she'd never heard of any of those things. He fished a stray hot dog out of the pickle jar. There are no mushrooms in the grass. Sadness. Kate tries to wipe some mud off her boot. Didn't find anything? That's okay. I just found this one. These are called bat eggs. See the gooey black stuff leaking out the side here? I guess somebody somewhere once thought this stuff looked like egg yolk, and it's black, like a bat. I mean, it's kind of speculating. I don't really know why they're called bat eggs. They're not good for anything, really, and they'll give you a bad stomachache if you try to eat them. I just wanted to show them to you. Kate tosses the bat egg into the water. So, what do your parents do for work, you mean? You have a brother out there somewhere? Well, let's go over here and inspect the mushrooms. It smells spicy, sweet, mild, just like Ezra had expected his father's tobacco to taste when he had hastily chewed and swallowed a noxious fistful and spent the afternoon retching in secret. Yeah, that'll like kill you, won't it? He heard someone calling his name, probably his mother, but her voice didn't sound right through the trees. He kept on going. Yeah, let's tear a piece of that off. Ezra closes his eyes and listens to the water and the distant clicking of bats. He tripped on a protruding root and lay for a while in the mud, examining the pale upper branches of a sycamore tree, listening to the soft rumble of a faraway thunderstorm, then louder, closer, and his hair stood on end. And there was the bird. Howdy, brother. Julian, he's going to come find me in the morning after the work is done. Yep, we work pretty hard. We used to spend part of each night looking for my folks, but now we pretty much just work. Maybe that'll change now. I have some new friends. Do you have a family? I almost had a baby once. Ooh. I left home when I was very young, not much older than you, actually. Bounced around jobs and shelters and finally found my way down to the Echo River. Never looked back. Years later, my mother got sick and I tried to visit her, but it was all too late. She was all spaced out on fevers and morphine. Yeah, let's keep it positive. I've basically been on my own since then. Well, that's not really true. Just about everyone who sets foot on the Mucky Mammoth feels like family to me now. I guess if nobody's family, then everybody's family. Haha. These are the only trees planted in the whole cave. Who planted them here? What's this island for? It looks like someone made it on purpose. Sure. Alright, it's kind of a nice, simple shape. Pleasantly minimal island geometry. I'm sure it could be natural, though. I mean, I don't know if the island itself is man-made or not, but I guess I don't know much about this place, really. It's supposed to be some kind of memorial to something? Will would know more. Sorry, it's a mystery. Ezra kicks the dirt. Months later, she came across a book on homeopathic medicine in a used bookstore and bought it. Well, first mistake. It's a mystery. I'll search for clues. She put out her cigarette, said goodbye to the hot dog vendor, and spent the rest of the afternoon listening to doctors and trying to understand the world as they did, as a list of discrete injuries to be mended. Alright, let's take a look at the stone monument. The monument is covered with lichen and painted text. Ezra reads the text? Sure. Rock graffiti. X+O forever. Alright, well, let's take a look at the cypress tree. The tree smells spicy, oily. Let's look up into the branches. Some of the branches have been trimmed recently. Interesting. Ezra inspects the contents of his pockets. Alright, what have you got? That stone-faced monument has an X+O forever painted on it. Interesting. What do you think it means? Hug and kiss forever? Or they could be initials, Xavier and Olivia forever. Xerxes and Oliver? What do you think that monument is for? I'm not sure anyone remembers. The branches on the tree are trimmed. Ah, good observation. So I guess someone's still taking care of this place. Or just practicing the tree trimming somewhere out of the way. Well, you gotta practice somewhere. Ooh, excuse me. As I was saying, I had a delicious dinner. Well, Ezra, I can't say I know what it all adds up to. Like I said, I wish Will were here. He'd have some local history for us. We can ask him back on the boat. Kate and Ezra looked up at an old battleship drifting by. There's a lot of cats on it. I guess they're all meowing and it's echoing? Weird. Oh, there it is. The Iron Pariah. Don't worry, it's just passing by. I don't know much about it firsthand, but I heard things. What do you think about it? There is a lot going on here. Let's go back over here. Ezra's parents shook him awake. They seemed alarmed, but not immediately concerned. They led him back to the house, past the house. Led him back to the house, past the house, into the car. Dad said they were going to stay at the bus station for a while, the one with the little arcade with the card game he liked. Dad watched him closely in the rearview mirror, expecting Ezra to be excited or confused or scared, but he didn't feel anything, hardly seemed to hear. In fact, he felt like he was observing the family car from a distance, from far above, the clouds. Is it full of ghosts? Oh, I don't know. Probably. I mean, no, definitely not. You don't believe in ghosts, do you? No. I never met a young kid who really believed in ghosts. Lots of older people do, though. Wonder why that is. I've heard it's in the Civil War. Supposedly there's nobody even aboard. No people, I mean. Someone told me Someone told me she got close to it by accident. I heard a strange wailing sound. It doesn't look like there's people aboard. I mean, there must be something on there. Life is everywhere. Rats, insects, some kind of hardy mold. Well, lots of cats. Part of it could be flooded and hosted some eyeless fish that live in the echo. Hey, maybe there's some mushrooms growing in there, slowly consuming military rations from over 100 years ago. Heard he's in the war. Someone told us about an accident. Sure. She's a passenger on the map. She stayed out fishing on the rowboat and got swept up by a current near the cluttered place. Before she knew it, the Iron Pariah was upon her, unimaginably massive up close, but eerily silent. The only sounds she said were lapping of the lake water against its iron hull, and a faint sort of, well, she said a chorus of mews. I'll be damned if I know what that sounds like. I've never been close enough to the ship myself. More mysteries. They do pile up over time as people forget the details. Thanks for taking me mushroom picking. Mushroom hunting. You can pick apples because they're right there out in the open. Mushrooms hide. You have to hunt for them. Well, that was something. It's time to go. Or, not yet. I think it's time to go. That must be the clutter there. See that rough circle of rocky protrusions near the shore? It's more intricate than it looks. More than 2/3 of it is actually underwater. I haven't seen it myself, but listen to this. It's man-made. The rocks weren't placed according to their size, so what's visible is more or less a uniformly random selection of the overall shape. Looks like it might have been a spiral all told, or maybe some kind of meditative labyrinth. At the head of it is a petrified oak stump that was moved here from above ground, of course, decades ago. That's where the ceremony took place. The Locks were married here. Many frail-tongued observers said they should just go with lock or luck, or split the difference with look, or even lick, or really anything else, but it was never going to happen. Marge Luck and Errol Luck met in prison. Greta Luck and Norma Luck were high school sweethearts. Billy Luck and W.H. Luck met in the line at the DMV. The driver's license photograph were mixed up by the clerk, a mistake they discovered immediately but never corrected. Their engagement was welcome news for the family business, who had been looking for some opportunity to merge interest. Let's see. The Lucks ran a busy printing press, and the Lucks managed a fleet of bicycle couriers. There were Lucks of the Luck Large Animal Storage and the Lucks of the Luck Family Nut Company. I like that one. Surely in some branch of those two great trees, Surely someone in some branch of those two great trees had elephant husbandry on the brain. This is all speculation. The ceremony itself was humble and perfunctory. It must have somehow involved these rocks. Maybe they walked around in a spiral like a symbol of an ever-tightening bond. Probably the rocks marked the boundaries between the two families, Lucks on the inner loop and Locks on the outer, or the other way around. Yeah, let's go for the bond. That must have also involved that petrified stump. Neither family is particularly religious, but rumors persist that a officiant wore a robe. Let's do mushroom stew. Yeah. You know, I didn't go to the telephone exchange, so let's go that way. And that was Act 4, Scene 6. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you on the next one.